Kind of depends.
You vote straight ticket, or you pick the persons out?
I usually pick the persons out.
Okay, so you're kind of an independent Republican.
Yes.
Okay, and have you decided who you're voting for president?
Probably, yes.
But you're not sure yet?
Not 100% sure. Okay. Oh, I'd say I'm fairly sure unless things change dramatically in the next few months. Yeah.
Okay. And what issues are of most import to you? What are you voting based on?
National security, positions on issues of morality, things like that. Right?
Okay. Now here's my question. How important is the following to you? We're with the independent movement.
Okay.
And our thing is, we think that those who make the rules rule. And both parties try to sway elections based on kind of messing with the rules.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when Tom DeLay pushed the redistricting down everybody's throat here in Texas? Mm-hmm. For the Republicans. Well, prior to that, the Democrats did that for years on the Republicans.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, it eliminates competitive elections.
I totally agree. Yeah,
Okay.
I've had libertarian leanings as well, and I even ran for sheriff here in Travis County about 6-7 years ago on a libertarian ticket. So I'm a Republican just because it's, in my mind, it's the lesser of two evils at times.
Okay.
But I really don't like the two-party system. I like a multi-party system.
Okay, good. Well, we're asking you to consider that in your vote and to work with us to pressure the candidates, all of them, to address redistricting reform, open primaries. Texas is one of only 18 states that allows people to vote in the primary without having to pre-register, as well as universal voter registration. Why do we have to keep registering to vote? If you're a U.S. citizen, right, you should just be registered for life.
Yeah, I agree. It's a system designed to force others out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I ran out of the forms directed towards McCain, but it's the same form. I'm going to write his name here, because you're probably going to vote for John McCain.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Would you like to sign this, urging him to address
If Ron
issues?
Paul could have won, I would have voted for him.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously. If he even had,
you're not leading the wisdom.
I'm leading him. Yeah, absolutely. But I do want to give you our brochure and let you know we actually endorsed Ron Paul in the primary. And we endorsed Obama on the Democratic side. We wanted him to beat the Clinton machine. And now we're kind of open on what we're going to do.
Clinton legacy.
Yeah.
Sounds like things we've said.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, the system's designed to force others out, and I agree with that. I've seen what they've done to libertarians and others, and they just want to shut it out. They don't want any fair competition, really.
Stop rigging elections and let the voters decide.
But competition has always improved the breed.
Well, Thomas Jefferson said
yes.
It does improve the breed.
Thomas Jefferson said factions would keep our country balanced, and they don't even allow it anymore because they only have two parties.
That's right, and they're almost like one party in a way.
Yeah, we call them, well, my libertarian friends would call them Republicrats.
With the R-A-T-S emphasized at the end. That's for sure.
We're listening from California. That's right here.
Oh, is that right? Where are you from?
California.
Where? North Hollywood.
North Hollywood. The last time I was here, a news team came up, see that around in front of the house?
Yeah.
They were interviewing you.
It was on the 6 o'clock news. And I told them before that, I said, I really don't have any right here. I mean, as far as giving you opinions. It was on a local issue.
Yeah.
Having to do with water and the lack of it. It was kind of interesting. You get phone calls. Hey, you're on the 6 o'clock news.
Thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate what you're doing. I always love when people get out there and make something happen.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's free to join Independent Texans. We're not a political party. We'd love to stay in touch. And as soon as we get this up on YouTube, we're going to email it to you so you can see yourself.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, enjoy your stay.
Well, thank you.
Is it going to be on the TV?
On YouTube,
It will
on the
not be on
internet?
television. We do have a national organization, by the way, independentmovement.org, and I'll write that down for you.
How many members do you have, or do you know?
We don't really keep membership records. It's really just a big email list nationally. In Texas, the independent movement, we do have a list of members, which is about 4,000 people, which is not a big list, but that's a membership list, so that's good
You got to
size.
start somewhere. Are you more prolific here in Texas?
I would say yes and no, in the sense that there's probably 80 million Americans who are independents, and probably in Texas it's about 5 million. But we remain kind of organized outside the parties, and independents won't join a political party. So it's what we're trying to do now is to kind of loosely herd independents on behalf of the things that we agree on, because we disagree on a lot of things.
So you maintain your own autonomy, but yet collectively you do have similarities.
Right. We want to clean up the system so then we can fight in a meaningful way.
I sense your passion, and that's refreshing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's our national organization, and I invite you to sign up. And thank you guys for stopping.
There's probably a lot more people that have independent sympathies, but they're just not registered that way because they're trying to work within the system that they don't even, that they semi-despise.
Right.
I would say
hold their nose and vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Successful. I think in Texas, people stand up. They stand up. In California, we don't roll over, but everybody wants their own. How would I say that? We talked about that this morning.
Well, chaos begets anarchy begets despotism, and basically in California you got a lot of anarchy. So eventually it turns into chaos, and then that requires an iron hand, and that's the extremes. I like Texas. We're kind of somewhere in the middle.
Well, California does have a lot of independent voters. One of our national leaders, Jim Mangia, is from LA. So we're everywhere.
I just like the idea of it feels good to do it. And out there, everything's being challenged, and you can be sued if you're not sympathetic. Somebody comes into your business, and you don't particularly believe the way they believe. The example today was same-sex marriage, and you didn't want to photograph their wedding. The proprietor got sued.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
I think that'll be. I don't know if that'll stand up in court.
No, I mean the whole point is no matter you got property, you got business owners' rights versus other people's rights to live life the way they want, and you got a conflict there because toleration becomes intolerance because now you want to make others do things your way too, and that's just as bad as the opposite. Hunting down people that want to have their own private lives too would be the other extreme. So, it's like okay, let's kind of all try to live and let live.
I think that's the issue. The key is building a community, which is now possible given the lovely internet, where people can understand each other rather than be forced by legal maneuvering.
Yeah, exactly.
To think a certain way, because that doesn't work.
Coercion. That's what we call the Libertarian Party.
Yeah.
You want to avoid coercion as much as possible.
Just curious, when people walk out of here, what kind of response do you get when you ask them for an opinion?
It was so easy. Everybody wants to share their opinion.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
California's the humbug. Not that
No, here
California, you want to know what you're selling.
What was I just saying when I walked out that door? I said, I love Texas.
Just realize in California you have protected rights to go out and petition anywhere in front of a shopping mall. We can't go to any shopping mall here in the city. This is one of the few places in the city where you can stand and have a political conversation because it's our legal right to be at a public facility like this.
That's interesting.
Well,
See,
what happens to
California's
shopping malls?
good.
California has that law.
We have rights.
In California, I'm a Gideon. What we do is put the Bibles all over the world. We volunteer our time. We go into all the third world countries, as well as right here in California, probably here as well. We have to remain on the public sidewalks. We cannot impede traffic.
Right.
All the school kids, middle school, high schools, we literally offer the New Testaments. And in the junior highs or middle school, we have about 90% acceptance. In high schools, maybe 80, because they're swearing out.
I think they are.
And in the college, maybe a 50%. We hand out these free Bibles.
And they're free.
And we pay, have them printed, of course. We raise a lot of money every day for the printing of Bibles. And every penny goes for the printing of the Bibles. We put them in all the hotel rooms, in all the motel rooms. You've seen them. Pull out that drawer. There's the Gideon Bible. Of course I have one. Somebody's pulling it out of my pocket.
He went to this nice lady.
Well, I'm the president.
Oh, that is a nice Bible.
Yes,
wow.
Well, let me show you a couple
that's yours to keep.
If you ever want to look up any particular item in regards to...
this is the entire Bible?
No, it's just the New Testament. If you're afraid, it tells you exactly where to find it in the Bible. It's kind of neat.
All the subjects are right. All the
Isn't that
subjects are right there.
That's really cool.
A lot of people are.
And they have
familiar with
songs.
the
They have
Bible.
songs through here too.
Nice.
Back to the basics. Look at the song.
Yeah.
And what's so neat about this,
The
if
two
you want
most
to be
important
sure
pages.
where you're going to spend eternity, here it is.
Just on 2 pages.
I get excited. I get excited about this.
And
You're giving this to me?
Yes.
It's a gift.
Thank you very much. I
You're
appreciate
very
it.
welcome.
God bless you guys. Enjoy yourself here.
What denomination are you?
Wherever, huh?
What denomination are you?
That's a long story that
Well, making
we're
sure.
not going to get into. I was raised a Baptist,
Okay.
I was born as a
but
Baptist.
don't get me started.
So were we.
I don't like talking about
Okay.
religion.
Okay.
But I just, this.
I talk
this is a bad
politics all the time, but
experience.
religion is like, nah.
You just read this.
Okay.
And you follow that.
Thank you.
When I
Forget
was
about
in
the
se-
church.
when I was